What did you learn about yourself in the Florida game?
Just that I can hang, I guess. Not that I didn't think that before, but it's nice to go out there and play, with the best. We're going to play some better teams than them this year, but they're really, really tough. So it was nice to kind of go out there and sling it around a little bit.
What are you thinking on that third down play that you're backed up in your own end zone, essentially?
Well, you really can't afford to think of too much. We got the play call, and we had the look that we wanted. The best players don't get affected by things like that. It was loud. I'll give you that, and it's the loudest situation I've ever been in my entire life. But when you got guys like Garrett who's making a lot of plays, he takes some pressure off you.
When you make that throw to Boom, a short throw, and he starts to come back the other way, what are you thinking as he starts coming back?
Well, I was, it was kind of like, oh gosh, what are you doing? And then I was like, oh my gosh, like he's gonna score. And then Ronnie got a really clutch block, and I kind of just saw it developing, or whatever. And then the referees kind of looked at each other before they gave the touchdown. I was extremely. I think I ran about as fast as I could, 60 yards down the field because I was so excited. But it was good.
Were you and Garrett just in a groove on Saturday?
Yeah, I guess. He's just a really, really good player. That third down I threw to him when he went up and caught the ball and got absolutely smacked and still held on to the ball. I mean, freshmen aren't supposed to do that, especially in a hostile environment like that. But it was nice, man. I mean, he just kept getting open. If you got a guy who keeps, catching your footballs, you're going to keep throwing it to him.
He said those were money balls. When you're laying them in there like that, I mean, what's that feeling like?
It was good. I mean, I only threw probably two really, really good balls all day. Most of them could have been a little better. But when I got guys like that, they take a lot of, they make those good balls look like great balls.
I know the coaches were really high on some of those freshman playmakers early in the fall camp. And are you still a little surprised at how quickly they've kind of
see a little bit, but I see the development. Y'all just see them week to week. I get to see them every day, and they were very, very, very talented coming in. They were pretty raw in the summer when I got to see them first, and I was kind of uneasy about it. Not uneasy, but I was anxious to see how they would develop. But as you can tell, I think all of our touchdowns were by freshmen on Saturday. So that doesn't tell you how awesome these coaches are. Then it should.
What does it say about the offense in general that sophomores and freshmen have done most of the touchdowns?
I mean, it just gets the ball in your playmakers' hands. A lot of our playmakers are young guys, so they've gotten some opportunities to succeed, and they've done so.
What goes through your mind when you're standing back in your own end zone there and you're facing them? I think Mark said you wouldn't face anything harder than that, even in the NFL.
Yeah, it was fun. I was talking a lot on the sideline. This is what that's the kind of situation that you play as a kid. It's 3rd and 15. You need a really, really big play, really, really big throw. If Garrett doesn't run a really, really good route, then we don't convert. If the O-line doesn't protect, they did a great job protecting Darian. Pushed that guy right by me on my left side. Swindle did a really good job. So you might only see the throw and the catch, but a lot goes into that play.
What do you say to Ryan after the interception in the fourth quarter that bounces off his hands?
I went over and I told him that I was going to come right back at him. So, whatever happens, it sucked. He dropped it. He'll tell you that. I'm sure he just did. But he's a great player, and I can't afford not to throw him the football.